Hello, let us solve this physics question which came from projectiles kinematic. Says a particle is projected horizontally at 15 meters per second square from a height of 20 meter. Calculate the horizontal distance covered by the particle just before hitting the ground, where g, which is gravity, is equals to 10 meters per second. Right? And what are we going to do? First of all, let us represent the information in the diagram. Now, it says, this is the diagram, right? And the particle is projected, right? Good. Now, a particle is what? Projected horizontally 15 meters per second. How the particle is projected? Horizontally. You see, this is the horizontal distance. The particle is projected horizontally, not vertical. If they say it's vertical, that means go up. But horizontally, you just fall like this, right? From a height. What is the height? So the height of this building, let's say, is what? 20 meter. Right? You get it? Or let me use pen. 20 meter. Right? The height is 20 meter. From where the particle is projected. Calculate the horizontal distance. In other words, the distance from where the particle is projected to where it falls. This stone, right? This object, from where it projects to where it falls. That's what you call the horizontal distance. Right? They ask us to calculate it. Right? Calculate the horizontal distance covered by the particle just before hitting the ground. Do you see it? Now, first of all, what are we going to do? Now, let's say the particle is projected with what? With speed. The speed projected is what? 15 meters per second. Do you see the initial speed? Well, that's how we go about solving it. And what are we going to do? Let the horizontal distance be r. Right? Normally, horizontal distance is what? Is the range. Anytime you hear in projectiles horizontal distance, it talks about the range. Now, what are we going to do? First of all, what is the formula to find the range, which is the horizontal distance? Right? The formula that we use to find the range is the range is equals to ut. The initial distance, the initial velocity, and the time it took, time of flight. That's what will determine the range, which is what? The horizontal distance. So the initial velocity times what? The time taken. Right? That's what determines for what? The particle projected. Now, what are we going to do? From the formula here, we have what? The initial velocity, which is u. Time, the time taken from where the ball is projected to where it falls. We don't know it. So, we find it. What are we going to do? In finding it, we use this formula. H is equals to 1 upon 2, right? And gt square. Do you see it? Good. H is equals to 1 upon 2 gt square, where the height of from where the ball is projected is given, gravity, and the time. So let's go. What is H? Is the what? The height from where the ball is projected, which is 20 meter, 1 upon 2. What is gravity? Is 10 meters per second square. T square, which is time. We are supposed to find time, right? So say 20 is equals to 2 here, 1 times. 2 into 10 is what? 5 times. So we are going to have 5t square. Right, what are we going to do? We divide both sides by 5. Divide here by 5. 5 cancel 5. What is remaining? Is t square. Right? 5 into itself 1 times. 5 into 20, 4 times. Do you see? 20 upon 5, it will give you what? 4. And what are we going to do? We are supposed to find t. So we give the square root. So t is equals to the square root of 4. So what is t? T is equals to 2 seconds. So the time took the objects, right, to move from here, from where it's projected, to here, it took what? 2 seconds. Now what's next? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Now, since we have known the time what the object took, now we know the initial velocity. Now we will now find what? The horizontal distance. We say horizontal distance is equals to what? ut. So horizontal distance, what is u? U is what? 15 meters per second. The time is what? 2 seconds. So r is equals to what? 15 times 2, which is give what? 30 meter. Do you see? That is the horizontal distance, right? Of course, for this, let us do it for the signs, right? Just see the signs. Meters per second times seconds, right? Meters per second is the same as what? M upon S times S, right? So S cancel X. What is the meaning? M. So what does what give you? The meter. It's understandable. So this is the answer for the horizontal distance. Normally, if you look at the question, it's very straightforward. This is projectiles, right? Thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Stick on this channel. I normally solve logical question in projectiles, in other words, kinematic, physics, and other. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe, that's what will make me to be happy to upload more video. Don't forget to like as well. That's what will make me to show that you really like what I'm doing. Thank you. We appreciate it. Do you see it? I hope it's understandable. If you have any comments, let me know. Thank you.